Welcome to Let's Play Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's dive into the game. Welcome to Grassland, the first world in Super Mario Brothers 3. Ah, this game. It warms my heart to see this. I was walking home back from work and something about the street I take to walk back home late at night after work always reminds me of when I went to rent Super Mario Brothers 3 as a kid with my parents. I never owned this game as a kid, but we always rented it on Friday nights. It's a very dear memory to me, and I still have fond memories of going to the video store with my parents, smelling that popcorn smell, and going to the Nintendo cartridges to pick up Mario 3. It was such a magical feeling playing this game. And now, I figured I've been feeling a bit down this evening. I was a bit stressed out at work today, nothing serious, but maybe I wasn't in the best of mood. Perhaps this season has taken its toll on me, so I needed something to cool off. I took a break after I got home to make sure I wouldn't be exhausted starting this Let's Play. And now it's time to dive into Super Mario Brothers 3. Look at all these colors. Back in the day, when this game came out, it looked a million times better than Super Mario Brothers 1, which was the one I was the most familiar with. Super Mario 2 also looked great, and the characters were very, I could say, expressive. But something about this setting didn't feel very Mario for some reason. And while I liked Mario 2, it was so magical to rent Mario 3 because it was very different and it played a lot more like Mario 1 in my opinion. Maybe it's just that so many things were missing from Mario 2 to make it feel like a proper Mario game, if that makes any sense to you. And Mario 3 brought so much to the table, with all these power-ups, the world map, the co-op multiplayer. All in all, this was a fantastic game. Now, why don't we make our way up here? I want to show you what's inside this pipe. It's a bunch of coins who make a 3 shape. Luna passed in front of the microphone. I wonder if we could hear that. Alright, let's finish this level. Let's make our way to the second stage. The way I'm going to separate the episodes for this Let's Play, or at least how I'd like to do it, I'd like each world to be an episode. Now, the length of the episode will be determined by how long it takes me to finish that world. Hold on. Alright, let's go. Super Mario Brothers 3 was also the game that introduced the P-switch. This block that I pressed that turned all the coins into blocks and vice versa. This one here. It's going to be used in a lot of levels. And it was also the introduction of these bouncy note blocks, which are a bit tricky to maneuver. If you're jumping above a pit on these, you'd better be careful what you're doing. Also, every time you jump, Mario does all these flips. Look at him, so athletic. As a kid, when we rented Super Mario Brothers 3, I'd usually hang out with my friend Timothy, who lived not too far from my house. And we'd play it together. It was such a fun trip to play this game with him. We always tried to co-op together to get as far as we could. But how far could we possibly get by renting the game, you know? It was almost impossible to make it really far. But we always tried our best. We'd usually make it to the water world, and that was about it. Ah, these bonuses. I remember, as a kid, I went to the daycare at the end of my street, and of course we had to take a nap in the afternoon. All the kids were taking a nap at that daycare. I was very young. And every time I went to take a nap for some reason, to relax and go to sleep, I'd be thinking back to that bonus level. I would imagine myself flying in the clouds with Mario collecting these coins. Now, I'm not going to skip any levels by skipping worlds in this Let's Play, but I will show you the location of the flutes. There are secret items in this game, called magic flutes, just like the flute from Zelda. And when you use it, it summons a typhoon that takes you to another world. And that's where you find the first one. Alright, let's go inside the mushroom house. Pick a box. Its contents will help you on your way. Now, which box should we pick? I like to pick the middle one. Oh, that's not disappointing. Nice! Alright, level 4 is optional, so I'm not going to go to level 4, but I will show you this bonus level. Line up the pictures and get a prize. You only get one try. Well, let's do our best. Mushroom. Oh dear. Looks like that star is wearing a mushroom cap. Oh well. Better luck next time. I barely ever win these, to be honest. If I'm going to get lives in this, it's probably not going to be from these bonus games. Now I could grab this flower, but I think I won't, because I want to show you the location of the second flute. You need to fly all the way up here. Oh, I didn't make it. Well, that's no problem. I just have to try again. There you go, that's how you know you made it. It takes you to this secret room. And that's where you find flute number 2. I could have showed you the boss in this fortress, but when you get the flute, the fortress just ends. Usually when you beat the boss, this locked door opens. So if you get a game over, you don't need to beat all the levels again, you can just skip through that door. But I don't think we'll be getting a game over in Grassland, of all places. Slide down! Woohoo! Huh, sorry if my woohoo sounded a bit underwhelming. Let's just say it's been a tiring day. Not only that, but one of my cats, Picar, has been very vocal tonight. And he's got a very whiny sounding meow, so when you got a rough day and you're feeling a bit stressed out, it's not the most appealing sound in the world. But now he's chilling on the rocking chair next to me and he seems to be relaxed again. I think he wanted to play with Luna and she wasn't in the mood to play, so he was upset. I kept calling him, trying to distract him, even tried to play with him, and nothing worked. He just wanted to play with little Luna, and she was not in the mood. I noticed something when I was playing the previous level. When I was swimming and trying to tap B repeatedly to swim up, I was having a hard time. It's very strange. I wonder if this this controller has a hard time when it comes to tapping the button. I didn't get that problem while playing Star Fox though. I don't know, it's strange. I don't know if it's so much that my controller is having issues, or if it's the emulator. See? There's quite a few things that I usually do that I can't pull off right now. Well, I'll keep experimenting with it, we should be fine. Maybe I won't be pulling any fancy moves and that's it. These wooden platforms remind me that when I was a kid, we had a floor with floorboards with that exact pattern on them. It always reminded me of Mario 3. But then again, everything reminded me of Mario 3. I wanted this game so bad. It's a real wonder that we never bought it. All the time we had this NES and we never bought Mario 3. I guess since the video store was fairly close to my parents' place, well, which was also my place back then, there was no reason to buy cartridges. We could just go to the video store on Friday and try a whole bunch of different games. Now, you see this guy in front of the castle? This is the Hammer Brother. I'll show you what happens when you encounter him. It triggers a fight with the Hammer Brother. Now, early in the game, he's by himself, but later on, his bro will show up. And then we'll be in trouble. Or not really, it's not so bad. Okay, you see this little castle here? You'd think that the boss lives in this castle, but actually, that's not the case. Every single kingdom that we'll be visiting has a castle like this. And the point of this game is not to rescue Princess Peach. It's actually to save all the different kingdoms. I'll show you what happens when you visit the palace.
Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed. Please, find the magic wand so we can change him back.
The king of each kingdom has been transformed. This is actually a very nasty prank played by the Koopa Kids. A whole bunch of new villains. They're little Koopalings just like Bowser. And they stole the magic wands of each king and transformed them. It's up to Mario to save them and turn them back to normal. Now, every single king looks different, and it's always fun to see what they've been turned into and what they look like once they're back to normal. Maybe I should get this flower. We could always use the flower against the boss. Throwing some fireballs. I'll try to defeat the boss using fireballs. Or a mix of fireballs and jump, at the very least. Funny how they fire all these bullets, inside the ship. Isn't that kind of dangerous? Here you go. Oh, I get it. I see what's wrong with my controller now. When I'm holding jump, for some reason, after a while, the button seems to let go by itself. I'll look into it. I'll see if I can fix it. It might be a problem later on if I have to make some really long jumps. And look, the king is back. Oh, thank heavens. I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here's a letter from the princess.
Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Signed, Princess Toadstool.
And she gave us the Power Wing. Well, that was World 1, Grassland. Next time, we make our way to a far harsher place. We'll go to the desert. Until next time, everyone, I wish you all a good night. And thanks for watching!